Uh, this is all we got here. We both thought that there would be more people here, but there is hardly anyone here.
I knew there wouldn't be very many people here. It's a topics night. People are supposed to stand up and talk about themselves.
That's never good. And you don't think this is not going to grow very well? I think so. I think I look like Wolverine so far.
I wouldn't put money on it.
All right. And yeah, there's not a lot of people here as usual, because
Well, not as usual. Just they knew it was happening this week, and they chose not to participate.
probably. So, but I got the day off because the last time I was here, there was a crap ton of people, and I was like, "This is fun." And then I got the day off, and I'm like, "Well, it's not that many people here." But I have Tuesdays permanently off, so I'll be coming here more often and filming the show a lot more here on Tuesdays. So, but all right, so today we are going to talk about this gentleman's awesome concept. So let's talk a little about it there, Andy. What are you working on?
Well, it is an amazingly awesome concept. It's just a little side project I'm working on while at the meetings, because my main project, The Waste, which is a sci-fi wasteland adventure, is all of it's been on my computer, for coloring and everything. So I can't really work on it at the meetings. So I'm just working on this little side project, which is basically indulging my Star Trek geekiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Star Trek Galloway.
Ooh, oh snap!
Yeah. Basically, it's just a funny little idea about the idea of that you got Captain Kirk and his crew, the top of the line flagship of the Starfleet and everything, going out exploring strange new worlds and having all the cool fun adventures.
Right.
And then you got ships like the Galloway, which are stuck doing the humdrum missions with the less than stellar crews. The misfits, and basically everybody in Starfleet that's pissed off some admiral or something or other has basically been shipped off to this ship and thrust out of Starfleet's way.
Yeah, so they're kind of like a lot of red shirts, basically.
Proverbial red shirt personalities, definitely. A lot of people that wouldn't get along on other starships and whatnot are basically all put onto this one can out of everybody else's way. And they're basically just doing what they can to get their missions done, which are the less than prestigious missions.
Ah, so they boldly go where everyone has gone before?
Yep. Pretty much. That's exactly it.
You like that? I just made that up.
Oh, that's a perfect explanation.
Yeah. But, well, continue. I'm sorry.
That's not too much about it. It's basically, the Enterprise would basically be going off to explore strange new worlds, First Contact, and all that stuff. The Galloway is basically the ship that's stuck doing like 9 months of the year doing border patrol along the Klingon border,
Right.
or basically handling a diplomatic dispute between a space government and their trash union. Yeah, they're that guys.
So it sounds like a great concept, first of all. Second of all, it sounds hilarious.
Well, I'm trying anyways.
So when I saw it, first of all, you did the intro, but you did like an alternate intro that had me dying. So just do that intro again, because that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, all right. Well, your basic intro, it starts off with space,
Right.
the final frontier. These are the voyages of the. Oh my God! What's happening? What's happening? Ah! Yeah, that's how it starts off.
See, if a comic book would always start that way, that would be amazing.
I like to think it's a pretty good hook.
Yeah, because see, if I read Flash sometimes, and I kind of sometimes when I see him like running really fast, I kind of want him like as he's talking to himself, trip on a rock. I just see him just like tumble and then pick up with a story where he tripped, because I would think that's hilarious. Because you never see that, because in comic books normally the hero is like he's dealing with this problem, he's talking about the problem internally while he's like on his way to fight something else. So you never see like the hero like bump into things, or you never see heroes that act like actual us human beings, us nerds, that we always think that we always try to act cool around normal people, but that never really happens.
I like to think that the intro for my little comic here basically sets the tone for the series. They're constantly in the situation where things are constantly falling apart they're having to make up really fast, quick solutions like duct tape to get things done.
Right.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was really noticeable, but basically the starship they're using is the same one from the first movie, the same starship as like the USS Kelvin.
Right.
Even in that movie, at 20 years before, Kirk and Spock got together, that ship was already old and dilapidated. This takes place right when that same stuff's going on, so this ship's even older and more falling apart, and this is the only thing they've got going for them.
Okay. And so, is there someone? Someone is the captain, but is he wearing a gold shirt or is he wearing a red shirt as well?
Oh, they've all got the right colored shirts for their various positions. I mean,
Okay.
the captain of the ship, is gold and everything, and he's got his science officer who is very frustrated with her job because she's on this ship, which really does no kind of exploration or science stuff. So she's basically feeling a bit useless in terms of her specialties.
Okay. So they all know they're all really good in their fields. They're just fucked up in the head.
Well, some of them are pretty good in their fields, but yes, almost all of them are screwed up in the head.
Okay. Well, that's a great concept. I mean, I already think it's hilarious, and I only see the sketches here, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a hilarious book.
Well, I sure hope so.
As opposed to the other book that is really awesome and more action packed and other stuff like that, right? See, look at this.
The waste.
There.
There we go. Yeah, I get lined up with the camera there.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that seems pretty awesome. Now, we both saw Elysium. How do you say this movie that Matt Damon was in?
Elysium?
Elysium. I said Ignesium once.
All right.
I can't read, so, that.
Oh, it's a good thing you're a writer then.
I know. A writer that can't read, that's helpful in an art form. No, but, okay. So what did you think? Because I thought it was an artsy take on the world today, but with just, like, science fiction elements in it.
I could definitely agree with that, and I could definitely, when I was watching the movie, I felt like there's a serious parallel between, trying to cross the Mexican border kind of field with it.
Right.
The ultimate class warfare, in a sci-fi setting.
Right.
And then you got to Jodie Foster's accent.
Yeah, I don't know what she was trying to do. Was she trying to do like a British accent or an Australian accent?
I thought it was supposed to be some kind of Britishy accent, but it I don't know.
It kept slipping in and out.
Yeah.
But then again, you got Jodie Foster that hasn't been in a movie for like ever.
Well, okay, this is one thing that bugged me when I was watching the movie. Basically, when I'm watching her lips move while she's talking, it didn't seem like the words and everything were lining up right with the shape of her mouth when she was speaking.
Exactly, and she kept touching her neck like she was trying to hide something. But they never explained that.
I thought it was just because it was a communicator thing.
No, like communicator was up here, but she kept like touching this part of her neck. Almost like she was trying to hide something, but at the same time, she wasn't.
I don't remember that part, but okay.
But anyway, okay, but now with obviously Matt Damon was dying because he had like full radiation, right?
Yeah.
But then when they put like the suit on, I know he was dying.
Yeah.
But I thought that everyone was saying that once the suit was on, he was going to be like some like amazing like fighting force kind of person.
No, I think pretty much the suit was just for the most part was compensating for the fact that his body was falling apart.
Okay. But so now with the crazy combat guy.
Yeah.
Was he a mercenary or was he just like working for quote unquote the government?
I think he was technically a government agent. He's a sleeper agent, so it's like the super duper black ops guys that you're not supposed to hear about.
Right. That went kind of insane.
Or started off insane in his regard.
Okay. So was he like the bad guy or was he just a guy that was trying to get a job done?
I think he just started off as the guy trying to get a job done, and then he evolved into the main antagonist. And it was like a switching of roles between him and Jodie Foster's character. She started off as the main antagonist in terms of keeping everybody down and keeping Elysium, Earthling free. And as the story progressed, their roles switched, and he became the really bad guy.
Okay. When I saw this movie and I saw that it was Los Angeles, I told my mom, I go, Los Angeles looks like it didn't change very much.
Well, I lived down there for a couple of years, but yeah.
I mean, you had the mix. You had everyone in poverty. You had a lot of gangs. You had Matt Damon supposedly look like a gangster with a shaved head and tattoos everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of the outdoor settings reminded me because it was by the same director. A little bit of the dilapidated settings from the alien encampment in
Right.
District 9.
Right. But as they're showing like big view shots of Los Angeles, it still looked like Los Angeles. But then it was, then they go in for like actual shots, and it wasn't. It was like you know, a beaten up version of Los Angeles. That's why that's why I made the joke. I'm like, look, Los Angeles didn't change. So, but at the same time, when I first saw this previews, I was thinking that there was almost going to be like an actual like sci-fi movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, special power kind of suit and aliens and stuff like that. But as I see it more, it was kind of like that artsy kind of movie, but at the same time, it was really good.
It threw in some really fun sci-fi elements while still staying somewhat grounded story-wise.
Right. Okay. Now,
We haven't given anything away spoiler-wise, did we? I don't think we did.
No, because there's some other stuff that I would like to mention, but I can't because no one, it's only been out for what, like 4 days?
Yeah, it came out this Friday.
Right. Okay. Now, uh, Disney Expo, like I've been talking about, has been out, and there was a lot of talks about like Guardians and Captain America and all that stuff. What When I saw it, there was a clip. They had some video of the trailer, but the hilarious part is that there was a guy filming it, and then you see half the trailer, and all of a sudden the phone. I guess he dropped the phone because he didn't want to see anyone. He didn't want to get kicked out. But what is your? Have you been reading Guardians?
I know a bit about Guardians. I've been trying to follow a bit about the movie. I'm really excited about Chris Pratt playing Star-Lord.
Right.
Because I really enjoy Chris Pratt, especially from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. I think he's perfect for this.
And he despite playing a goofy role in that show, he's actually a really good actor, and I'd like to see where he goes with this.
Right, and he seemed a little like on Parks and Recs. He seemed a little, a little chubby. But then when I saw the preview, I'm like, holy shit, that dude is.
Yeah, I saw some images stuff on the internet, about him doing his workout stuff for the Galaxy movies. Like,
right.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's what I want to kind of look like, but it's too hard work, too much work. But what? Okay, now what is your intake on Vin Diesel being the voice of Groot?
Voice stuff, I think Vin Diesel does a great job. I mean, I can't. Whenever I hear Vin Diesel and the word voice, I automatically think of Iron Giant. But you know what? I think I would be okay with it. Absolutely.
All right. I just have a little. I think it's gonna be awesome. I think his voice is perfect for it. But at the same time, it's like all he really plays is like a thug. I mean, Riddick, Fast and the Furious, knockaround guys.
You ever see the movie Color Me Guilty? I think it's called Color Me Guilty. Something Guilty. It's where he portrays a mob boss who's on trial.
Yes.
That was a good movie.
That was good too. But see, mob boss.
But yeah, it's generally he plays the overly tough guy thug characters. I can see
right.
that.
And so then now to go deplete a tree in a comic book movie, I think he's gonna be great. I think I'm really happy with Marvel taking some people that are no name and making them into superheroes and them fitting really well.
I think the issue you're having here is because you keep imagining Vin Diesel physically, and that Fast and Furious movie totally screwed him over in that regard. Is that
right.
He got stuck in this role because of his physical appearance.
Right.
He's stuck in these certain types of roles. I think voice work would really open things up for him.
Exactly, and I would love to see him in more of that stuff. It's just I think a lot of other comic book fanboys will just be like, oh, he's just trying to get money, blah blah blah. He's just trying to. But I think it's gonna be really great. So, alright guys, I don't want to take more time, but this has been today's episode. So, I will talk to you all tomorrow. When this guy publishes his comic book, go read it. And come to the Empire of Comic Books and pick up his comic book, my comic book, and other people's comic books. So, see you tomorrow, and read more comic books, and please subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you later.